So Bleach just dropped a new banger full of new added content that although was super short, but some of the additions changed the Bleach that we know about from the source material. Starting with the explanation Yhwach gave to why Yhwach used his Almighty just now against Ichibei and didn't use it anytime sooner. As shown in Core 2 episode 11, the reason we got to why Yhwach couldn't use his eyes previously is because Ichibei sealed his eyes by baiting him into absorbing the Soul King's left arm. The Soul King's left arm, also known as Pernida, blocked Yhwach's vision. And according to Ichibei, the only way Yhwach is gonna be able to open his eyes again and use the Almighty is after his death. However, Yhwach just used his eyes, and as far as we're concerned, he did not die. So the way he regained the Almighty was because he removed what previously blocked his vision. Which begs the question, what does Yhwach mean when he said that Yhwach didn't use his powers before the 9-year period, so they do not get out of his control? Weren't Yhwach's eyes forcibly sealed and he didn't have much of a choice anyway? You see, the flashback of Yhwach and Ichibei I theorize happened at least 2000 years ago, judging by how Yhwach looked. However, the war that Yhwach lost and got him sealed for 1000 years happened only 1000 years ago. In that war, Yhwach still couldn't use his powers as he still had Pernida inside of him. And after he lost the war and got sealed, he went on to regain his pulse, mind, and powers in the 999 years period. And I believe this means that Yhwach got rid of Pernida and re-enabled the Almighty sometimes within the last 9 years when he already regained his consciousness, but he willingly refused to use the Almighty in this 9-year period because he still hasn't fully regained his powers that are able to fully control the Almighty, hence it will get out of his control. I think we might be getting other additions explaining how the process of Yhwach freeing Pernida after he absorbed him. Really nice addition that fills a major plot hole in the source material, and I speculate it sets up even more additions. We then head to Uryu vs Senjumaru fight. First off, the way Senjumaru talks badly about Quincy's and disrespected them. I wonder whether Uryu was harder not being talked down by Senjumaru like that. Me personally, I would have folded. Just kidding. Anyways, Senjumaru then says something really interesting. What legacy can one forsaken by the Soul King possibly leave, referring to Yhwach? If you're familiar with the Bleach lore, you will know that the Soul King was quote-unquote betrayed by the Soul Reapers, and that is how he got mutilated and stuck inside a rock. But as revealed in the novels and even in today's episode, the Soul King saw the future where he got betrayed by the Soul Reapers and saw all of that happening to his son and literally did nothing about it. In the novels, we have zero explanation to why the Soul King did nothing. A lot of Bleach fans theorize that Kubo has left the Soul King's actions to personal interpretation just like what the characters in Bleach did. Most of them barely knew anything about the Soul King, and that is why they differently interpreted his actions based on their ideologies. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my other video. That aside, what this means is that we might be getting an explanation to why the Soul King did nothing about the bleak future he saw of his son. And it might have something to do with the Soul King forsaking the Quincy race as a whole, including his son, since they disrupt the circulation of souls. And as Senjumaru continues fighting Uryu, she briefly mentions Mayuri's name as if she knows him. Now if you're somebody that doesn't know about Kubo's official fan club, Club Outside, in there he answers his fans' questions and explains stuff that never made it into Bleach. And this scene was one of those. Kubo previously in Club Outside told us about the past Mayuri and Senjumaru shared together before she became a Zero Division member. And I really like that they added a scene for the anime-only fans that makes them aware that these two characters have a relation. I also like that Senjumaru is aware of Mayuri's experiments on Quincy's, which makes me wonder if they conducted them together. One scene that I didn't really understand though was when Uryu got stabbed by Senjumaru's needle and suddenly he gets wings and unleashes his powers. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to mean, with that his voice standing, he had the wings and everything. Anyways, we have got a decent amount of additions regarding Uryu's powers, which makes me think that he might have a bigger role in the final battle, or even have a brief fight against Ichigo, judging based on the way they are putting emphasis on Ichigo and Uryu confrontation in the opening, ending, key visuals, and the trailer. I don't want to get my expectations too high, but it is either they are baiting us or we might be getting an extended scene of both of them, at the very least trading some blows, especially with the huge buff that Uryu has received. And to top the cool additions off, the episode poem featured Yhwach, and this is a brand new poem. What grabbed my attention though is that a person that looks like young Yhwach is crying, And considering the new info we got about Yhwach being forsaken by his father, what is this picture supposed to mean in that context? I'm genuinely super excited for what is to come next. It is a shame that we got 10 whole minutes of fucking recap after 1 year of waiting. Subscribe, sweet cheeks.